Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are in the fourth verse where we are seen. Please repeat after me so that your sleep will go away after a heavy breakfast. Anvayam Vyatirekabhyam Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yadekam Kevalam Jnanam Tadevaham Param Bruhata. How to think? Jagrata Anvaya Vyatirekabhyam. This is the technique of thinking. How to think? Whether we are effects or we are the cause. Normally, we are the cause. But we get carried away by the wrong notion that I am the effect. So, I am miserable because of my wife. I am miserable because of my children. So, we become the effect. Instead of this, start thinking, who is miserable? Now see, what is the difference between the two? When I think I am miserable because of my wife, what will be my spiritual practice? Try to improve the wife. See? And this is called as Ashakya Anushthan. Impossible undertaking. You cannot. See? So, it is not the fault of the wife. It is your fault. Start thinking, not because of the wife I am miserable, but start thinking, who is miserable? Then you will come to know, it is the husband who is miserable, not the man. The moment you recognize this simple truth, then what will be my spiritual practice? Line of thinking. Whenever I am in front of my wife, I am a husband, but otherwise I am a man. So, I am playing the role of a husband when I have put on those costumes. Like a person who performed the role of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj on the stage. Even that time he knows. He is not even a pati, forget about Chhatrapati. But how nicely he plays the role. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Oh. In the same manner, know for certain, you are a man. In spite you are in front of your wife. Then what is to be done? Play the role perfectly well. One technique I will tell you. When you go from your work home, don't go in a happy, cheerful mode. Go as a disturbed, frustrated. Then you will be received in the home cheerfully and happily. If you go home, ha ha, hu, maja aa gaya, kisko mil ke aaye? With whom you have spent the whole day. You are so happy. But after coming home, you are miserable. You must have seen somebody. You are hiding something from me. And Dharma Kshetra, Guru Kshetra will start. These are the practical tips. The tips are only simple. Play the role that you have to play. But don't get enrolled or completely destroyed by the role. This is the meaning of thinking. Anvaya Vyatirekabhyam. find out what is the reality. Is the gold reality or the ornament reality? Find out. Then this external principle has to be applied on ourselves. So Jagra, Sapna, Sushuptishu, the waking, dream, deep sleep, all of them are experienced by me. So how do I experience? In the Jagrat, waking state, I become identified with the body, then the waking experience comes. Then I get tired of it, I drop it. Then I start dreaming. All what I could not do in the waking, I want to do it in the dream. See? There also I get tired. Then I drop both of them, waking and dream. Then, when you are neither a waker nor a dreamer, then you are a deep sleeper. And what happens in deep sleep? You revert back to the pure consciousness that you are. In the waking, you are going away from yourself, becoming mother, father, husband, wife, etc. You are not remaining what you are. In the dream also, you get away from yourself, become successful, failure, good or bad dreams. But in deep sleep, you discard everything, come back to yourself. And therefore, we get recharged. Like when we go to sleep, we put our phone for charging. Why? Whole day it was discharged. And then whole night our individual mind is plugged with the total mind, pure consciousness. Then in the morning we are fresh. During that process of charging ourselves, all the energy that was lost as a waker or dreamer is regained. But all this happens in ignorance. We do not know this. Therefore again we start the same useless husband, wife, brother, father, the same useless good or bad dreams. And it is repeated again and again. And yet we have never learned from any experience of our life. So what is the process of thinking? Learn from every experience of your life. See? There was a child who was having a torch in his hand, and the light was falling on the floor. So there was a small doggy. Now that doggy started bouncing on that light spot. Then the child will move the light here and there. The dog will go there. Then put the light on the wall. He will jump on the wall. There is something. Is there something because it is appearing? See. Now what is the mistake of that light on the road, on the wall? Nothing, no mistake. In the same manner, there is no problem anywhere. The problem is for the one who mistakes himself that I am body, therefore as mother, father, brother, sister I am real. And therefore we suffer in life. So Anvaya Vyatireka is a technique, is a knack of thinking in such a manner that there may be miseries, but we don't become miserable. There may be joy, but we do not become excited. There may be success, we don't have to jump out of our skin. When there is a failure, we don't have to go and hang ourselves. Maintain this equanimity. In simple words, let there be an experience, but let an experiencer be not born. Let there be meditation, but let a meditator be not born. When meditator is not born, you are not doing meditation, you are in meditation. So how to think? This is the technique. Anvaya Vyatireka Jagra Sapna Sushuptishu Yad Ekam Kevalam Dhyanam. All of them are supported by one common denominator, who is eliminating all the three factors of waking: waker, waking world, and waking experience. All the three factors of the dream, dreamer, dream world, and the dream experiences. And in the deep sleep, All these things are absent, therefore there is no deep sleeper. But there is experience of deep sleep. And that experience of deep sleep is happiness. Experience of deep sleep is no limitation, I am this much. Experience of deep sleep is there is nobody other than me. Ekameva dvitiya. So yad ekam kevalam jnanam tad eva aham param bruhat. This is my essential nature. Now to come back to this, what is the sadhana? Whatever role you have to play, play the role beautifully, but don't get entangled in that. See, friends, slowly, slowly, we will understand the simplest way of spiritual practice. Don't take life too seriously, including your spiritual practice. Relax. Whenever we give importance to something or somebody, that becomes the cause of our miseries. See? You must have seen, there are Mahatmas like us. When somebody comes late, they become very angry. See? Why should I become angry? You may come, you may not come. You may sleep. How does it matter for me? See, friends. But then we want discipline. Person should come on time. So they will be putting a board outside. Late comers sit outside and read or listen. As if those who have come inside, they are listening. That those who sit outside, they will not listen. Don't take life too seriously in any field. But how to do that? How you listen to satsanga? That is the only technique. Pashyan api nacha pashyati mudaha. Similarly, shrunvan api nacha shrunoti mudaha. Hearing is happening, listening is not happening. See, friends, if this knowledge really changes us, then only we are learning the art of how to think. Avichara kruto bandhaha vicharena nivartate. All the problems are created because of incomplete thinking. Think completely. See? But we are so buried in our own small little world that we don't want to come out of it. Next verse. Jnana jnana vilasoyam jnana jnane cha pashyati jnana jnane parityajya jnanameva vashishyate. Ayam vilasaha, this expansion of the world, is jnana ajnana vilasaha. See, jnana. Now we have to bring our close friend in Vedanta. Do you know what is the closest friend of Vedanta? Snake and the rope. Whether you see God or not, whether you know Brahman or not, you must know the snake and the rope. So, in the evening time, light is not sufficient and you happen to step on something and it little bit moves because it was a pipe with water. So, when you put it a little bit, soft and moving. You can't see what it is. But you know what it is. Jnana. Two things. There is something I know, but I do not know what it is. So, that incomplete knowledge. So, jnana ajnana vilasahayam. So, what happens? Then our mind comes to our help. You have put the step on the snake, therefore it moved. Now it may bite. I don't know what I should do. I think I should go and take a torch and kill that one. So you go, take a torch with a stick in the hand, and you come to kill the snake. You don't come to see the rope, because you do not know what it is. Jnana ajnana vilasoyam. Get this point very clearly. There is no absolute ignorance. Because ignorance does not have existence. Then there is apurna jnanam. Ajnanam is apurna jnanam, incomplete knowledge. So the knowledge is, there is something, knowledge. But what it is, do not know, ajnanam. Then the mind helps us. I think this may be a snake. And I think this snake has come to bite me. Therefore, I must kill him. So we go with that ajnana, vilasaha, projection. And with this projection, with a hand full of torch and stick, you come there and killed it. And you come to know, oh God, it is just a rope. Be attentive. Then what will happen? Will you continue inquiry where the snake has gone? When a Mahatma comes to know the truth, he can never waste his time in improving the world, improving the society, charity, NGO. This is a baby foolishness of spirituality. Through such Mahatmas, great things happen which they don't claim. Like around the sweet, there is no declaration by the sweet, I am sweet, oh, aunties come, and all the aunties go there. No. In the same manner, great Mahatmas through whom the divine is expressing in full glow, they don't have anything to do in this world, then why they are living? Life is a time pass. And if you remain cheerful and happy, everything around you will be equally so. If you remain all the time agitated, disturbed, frustrated, angry, then people start avoiding us. See, there was one boy who came to me in Bombay, I think somewhere. He says, Swamiji, I know you don't like question, but I got a problem. Please help me how to solve the problem. I said, this is another name of question. So the problem is, he told his problem. Swamiji, I don't have any friends. Nobody wants to be friendly with me. I don't know what should I do. I feel lonely. In our college also, nobody comes and talks to me. If I try to go to some group, they avoid. Some of them say, hey, you get out, Dumbo. Like that, I feel so lonely. I said, therefore you have come to me. I will also tell you, get out. See, friends, if all people are not liking you, it is not all people are bad. There is something wrong with you. You change. Spirituality is you have to change. One example I had given, very simple example. You don't have to cover the whole earth with the skin. Put on shoes. That's it. No, I don't like dirty. See? The other day somebody came to my room in Bombay and she said, Swamiji, when did you come? I said, 3 days before. Did you dust this thing? I said, no. Don't you feel dust? I said, no, I am putting on shoes. So when I move inside the house with the slipper on, how does it matter whether there is dust or no dust? Therefore, stop dusting your house, put on slippers and move happily. How simple life is. No, Sahuji, I don't like it. Then she came without a slipper. Everywhere, Bombay maybe, you may close. Anyway, there will be dust in your house. You cannot stop it. Then I said, then what to put on slipper? He said, no, I don't like it. I said, then do whatever you like. Poor girl, she has to do the sweeping and then mopping and everything. Now you remove your slipper and put. I said, no, I don't want to take a risk. I am happy with it. Don't try to change the world. Be what you are. This world has always been like this. Jnana ajnana vilasoyam. Once we were here only in Goa, some place we were taking bath in the sea. And there were about half a dozen children. All these people's children were there. Now they are college going, so they don't even care to say hello. So we were having nice swimming in the sea somewhere. There was one man came and he saw, he also put on a towel and standing like Vivekananda. I said, hey uncle, come inside. No, I am waiting for the waves to go down. I said, you stand there eternally like Vivekananda. Waves will not go down. You have to learn wherever you are, there you are happy. See. Jnana jnana vilasoyam. Constantly projecting, frustrated. And when your mind is at peace, you will never misunderstand anybody. Then jnana jnanecha pashyati. Then by this real nature of you and the projection by the mind, experiences happen. Jnana, yourself. Ajnana, projection. These two things come together, an experiencer is born. See? In deep sleep, jnana is there. Yat ekam kevalam jnanam. But there is no ajnanam, there is no projection, because there is no body identification. The mind is quieted, no projection. Therefore, no misery, no world for you. For others who are sleeping next to you, they get the sound of music. Learn this. Spiritual practice is not action oriented. Correct your thinking process. Problems can never be solved. Problems have to be dissolved. Like people come to us, Sahanji, this is our problem, what should I do, what should I do? And you like a dumb tell them. I have gone through this. Now therefore I don't tell anybody anything. Do whatever you like. They will coming, Sahanji, this is a problem, what should I do? And you become a fool and you tell sincerely and they will not do it. So, you are made a mama. See? Therefore, my friends, remember this. Jnana jnana vilasoyam, jnana ajnanecha pashyati. Let there be experience, let the experiencer be not born. So enjoy, but don't become an enjoyer. The moment you become an enjoyer, you want to repeat that experience if it is good. If you become an enjoyer, if the experience is bad, you want to avoid it. And both these, getting involved or avoiding, is samsara. See? Jnana jnana vilasoyam, jnana jnane cha pashyati. Then jnana jnane parityajya. Then these wrong notions are given up in the light of knowledge. See? That means you are neither the experiencer nor the experienced. Jnanena ajnanam parityajya. Now what is ajnanam? There are 3-4 ajnanams. Number 1, wrong notion about ourselves. As to who am I? Then wrong notion about the world. What is the world? Wrong notion about God. He is sitting above the clouds and packing the homeopathic pills, sabudane ki khichdi, and throwing. And he never misses his hit. God. And 4th is, what is the spiritual practice? These wrong notions are to be corrected. See? My friend was telling me about some kundali. This is what happened. And then the Kundali was shown, and whatever they are told is perfectly true and all that. I said, yes, I agree. Jyotishya Shastra is one of the limbs of Vedas. See? Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda, these are the Vedas. Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Jyotisham, Iti, Vedanga. They are the Veda Anga, limbs of the Vedas. In that Jyotish also comes. So this Kundali, etc. is perfect, no doubt about it. But for whom? This we never think. For whom the Kundali is applied? What are the pre-requirements of the Kundali? Date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, is it not? Are we born? It is the body that is born. Even the jiva is not born. The body it is born. Think. Therefore, there was one great Mahatma in Gondavlekar Maharaj, Brahma Chaitanya Gondavlekar Maharaj, somewhere near somewhere near Satara area, Paltan, Satara, Maharashtra, maybe about 100 years before. And his advice to people was only do japa, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, nothing else. So they do that. So during his time, there was one great astrologer who came, and he was seeing the Kundali of many people, and all of them were satisfied. He told exactly correct, perfect. How many brothers, sisters they will have, how many problems they have, what will happen, everything. What is the future? Then he approached this Mahatma to do namaskar. Then Gondavlekar Maharaj said, yes, I heard about you, you are a great astrologer, kindly see my Kundali also. He took out the Kundali from below his seat and gave it to him. He saw that. He said, I have not seen any most miserable Kundali than this. This person will be dying of hunger. He will not get food. He will not get shelter. He will be kicked by everybody. He will be most unwanted furniture in this world. All the bad things he told. Then he said, whose Kundali is this? Kundali is this. He said, this is my Kundali. Then he said, according to you, I will not get food even. We have got dozens of Annakshetra run all over the country. I will not get shelter. We got so many ashrams around. And I will be lonely, nobody will like me. There are millions of disciples. But how can it happen? Then that great Mahatma told, look here, as long as you consider yourself to be body and the jiva, then this is applicable to you. As long as you are driving a car, the traffic rules are applied on you. But if you are sitting only in the car as a passenger, traffic rules are not applied on the passenger. Therefore, devotees, those who are the devotees of the Lord, on them law of karma and Kundali doesn't apply. Because our mantra, Jo Thari Rai, So Mari Rai. They have dissolved their individuality in the will of God. See, my friends, therefore, Jnana Jnane Parityajya, with this understanding, when we don't get too much involved in this world, joy, sorrows come and go. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama apayina anityan tan titikshasva bharata. Hey Arjun, any experience which is gathered through sense organs and mind is having the same story, sukhada or dukkhada. Some experiences are giver of joy, some are giver of misery. But they have got a common biography. They begin in time, they remain for some time, they end after some time. Therefore, they are temporary, anityan. Then what is to be done? Tan titikshasva bharata. What cannot be cured should be endured. Nay, what cannot be cured should not be endured, should be enjoyed. Conversion of endurance into enjoyment is spiritual practice. How important it is. Jnana jnane parityajya jnanameva avashishyate. Then you alone remain. Therefore I told you, experience without experiencer. Knowledge without the knower. So whenever we have to play some role, play the role and be happy. But what happens? You start giving lectures, you become a Babaji, you become a Guru, and every time giving Upadesh. Ye mat karo, wo mat. I say, don't do this, don't do that. Arey Ram Ram, relax. Your drama is over after satsang. Thereafter, have nice cup of tea and enjoy. No, Mahatma. He should be like that. Protocol for the Mahatma. He should sit in a separate seat, and then there should be lot of people around giving the food and watching him how he is eating. Why? Mahatma. He should not go and stand in the queue. Mahatma. All rubbish. Don't become extraordinary in your life. Jnana jnane parityajya jnanameva avashishyate. Non-specific existence, non-specific knowledge is Paramatma. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha, sukheshu vigataspruhaha, vitaraga bhayakrodaha stitadihi muni uchyate. This is the meaning of all your spiritual practice. Then we come to the body level. So this first was notion about ourselves, corrected. Not doing it mechanically like an ignorant person. Now in the sixth mantra the teacher says, if you feel you like repeat, you repeat. Atyanta malino deho dehi chatyanta nirmalaha asangohamiti jnatva shauchametat prachakshate. Now what is shaucha? First of all we must understand shaucha. Shaucha is not cleanliness only. Shaucha is cleanliness plus purity of mind. That is shaucha. Hospitals are clean. 5-star hotels are clean. But no shaucha. See, both the things. So, external cleanliness is a must, but internal purity of intentions also should be respected. So, how can it be done? First of all, atyanta malino dehaha. When we get up morning, first thing what we do, we go and clean ourselves. Why? What comes out of the human body is nothing but filth. Take any hole. First thing we have to remove the filth, clean ourselves. Atyanta malino deha. Now here I will tell you one very day-to-day experience, which you can experience right now. Anything which is included in the definition of I, we do not hate it. See? Like this example I had given, there was one girl sitting right in the front, morning satsang in Delhi. And she had very long nail with the red polish and all that. So one day when I went somewhere for breakfast, she came there. I said, there is no satsang here, why you have come? She said, Swami, this is my house. I said, all right. I don't know who is coming, who is going. No interest. So I said, anyway, let mummy do, you come and sit with me. Then I took her hand in my hand and I was playing with her nails. I said, hey, how do you get these red nails? I also want red, It looks so nice. Do you do some injection? Or in a diet you eat only the beet roots so that it becomes red? And how do you grow them? Do you do some manuring here also? Gobar? No, Swamiji. You have to tell me. No, we don't do anything. And after that, breakfast was ready. I ate and went. Next day she came for the lecture and my attention was on her nail. But she was hiding her nail. So that satsanga was nail satsanga. I was nailed in the satsanga. After satsanga was, hey, what happened to the nail? Swamiji, I was feeling so awkward, I cut them all. And now I removed the color also, everything. I said, no, God, why did you do that? You give me those nails, I like them so much. I'll keep it in my purse. Swamiji, what happened? How can you keep the nails? I said, now listen. When the nails are included in the definition of I, they are beautiful, they are nice, I love them. The moment they are removed from the definition of I, they are ugly, worthy of discarding, is it not? Then, if we include everything in this world in our definition of I, Mai eva sakalam jatam, Mai sarvam pratishtitam, Mai sarvam layam yati, Tad brahmadvayam asmeham. Such a person can never hate anybody. Upanishad says, Yasmin sarvani bhutani atma eva abhut vijanataha tatra ko moha kashokaha ekatvam anupashyataha. He who has come to discover this whole world is nothing but my own expanse. Such a person, how can he have doubt, confusion or hatred for anybody? Do we have doubt? Pata nahi, this is my hand or somebody else's hand? See, hand never says, I am me. I say. See, friends. So what we have to understand that atyanta malino dehaha, dehi cha atyanta nirmalaha. So when we focus attention on our own being, and this is possible only when we can withdraw from the body. Otherwise, whole life goes only in body, body, body. We have to take care of the body, no doubt about it. See? But we don't have to live as the body, we have to live through the body. So, atyanta malino dehaha, dehi chatyanta nirmalaha. Remember, one of our mantra is what? Wherever I am, wherever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100%. After having spent money, after having taken so-called risk, you have come here for satsanga. And after having come here, if you do not get committed to this, who can help you? See? Still our attention is on all other rubbish. See, friends, spirituality is not a magical touch. Always keep this in mind. What we are here for. See? If this is not understood, such people have got 101 questions. Because they are unable to focus their attention. Similarly, seeing God. Seeing God is no meaning, I tell you. I was talking to one of my friends. I had gone to our Puttaparthi and I had a lot of blessing from Bhagavan. So all the devotees used to call him Bhagavan, God. There is nothing wrong. You and me are also God. So they had darshan, not for a day or two, but 30, 40 years of God directly. Living with Him, dining with Him, everything. And yet their individual life is concerned. Backbiting, unnecessarily getting involved with something. I am closer, you are distant. Do you know how many years I am here? For 40 years. What about you? I am 41 years, so 1 year senior than you. Is this spiritual life? We have to change, friends. And we can change. This change is only this much. See, don't get involved with anything or anybody in life. Then we'll come to know Atyanta malino dehaha dehi chatyanta nirmalaha. Body is so dirty, anything associated with the body cannot be holy. And dehi, the pure self that you are, is atyanta nirmalaha, immaculate. Here is one principle. The principle is, the illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Is a rule. Like this light is illuminating me or illuminating the mic, is not influenced by what it is illuminating. Whether the light is illuminating the idol of the Lord or illuminating the toilet, it doesn't become holy and unholy. The rule is, illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. Now apply this on you. I see the different colors, they are not influenced. Mind knows all the sense organs, not influence. Intellect discriminates, not influenced by the vagaries of the mind. The Chetana, the life, is not influenced by the presence or dissolving of the intellect, waking or dream or deep sleep. Chetana, consciousness, not Chetana, life is not influenced. So not getting influenced by anything or anybody is nirmalata, is purity. See. Dehi atyanta nirmalaha. This is what is our essential nature. But you cannot teach anybody in this world. We have to learn ourselves from our own experiences. Therefore, those who are devotee brand people, 10 times namaskar, dangerous. What is required is relax. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. See, we don't have to justify anything to anybody. Relax. That is dehi atyanta nirmalaha. Then asangohamiti jnatva. This unattached, uncontaminated divinity is me. Now how to start? Again the same example. If I had to know that I am the vision, what I have to do? Don't give importance to any color and form. See? If I hear all kinds of sounds and I don't get disturbed, then I am migrating from the periphery of my personality to the center slowly. Therefore our mantra, dekho, suno, mat bolo. This is what you are. At this moment, you are nobody. Nobody means no special status. Somebody means some special status. Atyanto malino dehaha, dehi chatyanta nirmalaha. asangohamiti jnatva shauchametat prachakshate. Then both the things, body cleanliness and intentionally mind cleanliness come together. Then we come to the next mantra, seventh mantra. Manmanomi navan nityam kridatyananda varidhau susnatastena putatma samyak vijnana varinam. Now after we are discarded the first thing, what is the sadhana, japa, etc. Then we have come to the body, we have discarded the body. Now we are coming to the mind. Okay. Man manaha minavan nityam kridati anandavaridhau. My mind, kridati, is reveling, playing, enjoying in the ocean. Which is the ocean? And what is the mind? Mind is minavat, like the fish. What is the effort for a fish to remain in the water? Zero. Like fish to the water, in the same manner, man manaha, let my mind be effortlessly anandavaridhau. Let it Hare Rama. Let the mind be effortlessly happy. Man manaha, meanavat, like a fish, varidhau, in the ocean, effortlessly, exactly the same way. Let me be happy, not because of something, but in spite of everything. What happens, one day, one Gupta ji went to somebody's house. And that somebody asked, Are Gupta ji, kya baat hai? What happened? You are so happy today? That means when Gupta ji is miserable all the time, there is no surprise. That is his natural state. But when he is happy, we are surprised. Hey, what happened? You are happy today? It should be other way around. See? Therefore, if anybody does any mistake by asking you, how are you? Don't tell the truth. Don't take revenge. Puja, ab suno. And then they start telling. Particularly old people, never ask them this question. I learned it from old people only. In Delhi it happened. One old Punjabi lady. So, I went to their house. It was my mistake, of course. I asked her, I said, Amma, how are you? Swamiji, tusi aage baitho itte, das aange. And then started. This morning when I got out of the bed, suddenly there was a, some kind of fall or I don't know, but my ankle got twisted. And then the knee became painful. I don't know what to do. And you know what happened? Is it a Ramayana? Then what happened? So when she was telling about her miseries, then her grandson called me. I said, Amma, wait a minute, your grandson is calling me, I'll come back. I went. He said, Swamiji, how can you listen to the same thing? Dadi goes on repeating the same thing. Then should I plug her mouth? I can't do that. Then what I should do? See, you use our technique. What is your technique? Whenever she starts anything, we start showing her fingers. Dadi Ma, you told 3 times. Dadi Ma, you told 5 times. I said, wow, good one. So I went back. Swamiji, how far I had told you, I don't remember. Anyway, I'll start again. So when she wanted to start again, I showed both the hands. See, friends, don't be happy because you are healthy. Don't be miserable because you are not healthy. Be happy for no reason. Let it be our default settings. About this, I'll tell you one thumb rule. Whenever you feel insulted, whenever you feel miserable, you are a very strong ego. Simple rule. Example. This is again I learned from you people. You are all my gurus. In some house, one of the places I don't remember, but this event I remember correctly. This is how my gurus are spread all over. So I went to their house and that old man was sitting. So out of courtesy I went to him. Babuji, how are you? Maharaj, still alive. What should I say? Maroon? Die. Still alive. Have you taken your food? If somebody throws roti, I eat. Can you imagine? See? Any health problem? How does it matter for others? They are waiting for my death. I tell them, I got pain in the chest. They say, no, your heart is okay. Doctors also, they tell and bring to me. The doctors tell, you are 100% all right. But I know I am going through a lot of problems. Doctors don't know, understand anything, When I tell I got heart problem, doctor says, no, your heart is perfectly all right. So, I don't know, I am most miserable. Be attentive. Whenever you are seeking attention, you are a strong personality. Look at your own home. Start with a doggy, then come to human being. If you have a dog at home and you have trained the dog, the moment you come home, the dog will receive you, he'll climb on you, do whitewash, then he gets his quota. This is how they get the salt and the calcium supplement, the dogs. Therefore, those houses where dogs live, I don't go. Where gods live, there I go. See? And then, if you do go and you don't pay attention to the dog, see how angry and frustrated he becomes? He'll start making noise, wow, 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 wow. It's not limited to dogs. Same with the children. Same with the husband, wife. See? It happens after a few years of marriage, the husband forgets the birthday of the wife. And that day you can see the tamasha, Mahabharata going on in the house. Who cares whether somebody is born, somebody dies? No, I do care somebody dies. Seeking attention. See, friends, the day we recognize this, then we come to know Manmanaha Meenavan Nityam. Hey, how come you are happy? Just like that? Where are you? How are you? I am on the top of the world. Fire. With the meaning associated with the words. How are you? Swamiji told us to tell, I am on the top of the world. Arey yaar, those words should carry the meaning. See, one person asked me this, Swamiji, you always say, I am on the top of the world. What does it mean? I said, I mean the world is under my foot. Those who become miserable because of others, they are the fools of the highest order. Those who know Hindi, they will get a real kick of this statement. Those who are miserable because of others, they are not fools, they are bewakoof. Ab maja aa gaya. The josh that is bewakoof carrying, fool doesn't carry. See? Therefore, manmano meenavan nityam kiridati anandavaridau. Be happy, mauj mein raho. Therefore, this mantra that we have, happy mantra, sincerely chant and let that meaning go deep in you. See, but somehow it has gone in our head. Mantra means it must be in Sanskrit. And what is that mantra? The meaning of which we should not understand. See? After my logo, there were some people who asked this question. Swami, normally the logos are very nice. There is a swan, two swans making a heart out of it. And then there will be rays of the sun coming out of the water because the sun is below the water. And then there are birds. And then there is one snake around. And there is something written in Sanskrit which we don't understand. This is how the logos are. What is your logo? Be happy. On the top English and the bottom Hindi. What kind of logo is this? I said, what is the meaning of logo, you know? किसके लिए होता है? लोगों के लिए. You don't have to think. The moment you see, it should happen. See? It is not, oh, I saw my beloved, after I saw her, then I started feeling happy. Then you are playing a fool of yourself. There is no time gap in between. You are just happy for no reason. Man mano minavan nityam kridati anandavaridau. Then susnataha tena putatma. This is the real bath. Bath I am telling, not bath. You go in our Tamil Nadu, there you get this fun. There was one student and he was telling me, Swamiji, please give me some personal advice. I said, tell me what you do. In the morning, I go to bathroom and take bath. Then I go to the dining hall and I take bath. I said, change these things. In the bathroom, take bath. In the dining hall, take bath. Then it is okay. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. You know, in Tamil alphabets, there are not so many alphabets. Therefore, ka, kha, ga, gha, four of them not separated. Pa, pa, ba, ba, not separated. So the name is Sadachar. Sadachar. 10 people will call in different ways. Sudhagar. No, very Sudhagar. See? Amrutam. This is one word, Amrutam. It is spelled and called in so many different ways that you really require to be a born Tamilian to understand it. Susnataha tena putatma. See? When we are absolutely happy, that happiness is the purity. Not only taking bath every day. No. Does the lion takes bath every day? Yet he is a lion. See. Then you may be a person with long hair and a big beard. Susnatastena putatma. Then what is the waters by which you have to take proper bath? Samyak vijnana varina. By the waters of proper understanding. Samyak vijnana varina. Who am I? What is this world? Who is God? And what is spiritual practice? These four things put together is the waters of proper understanding. By this you will come to know, first error we all go through is the wrong identification of ourselves, wrong notion with which we live. See, we all are leading a notional personality. See, these notions have to be dropped. The notions are, I am good, I am beautiful, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, I am uneducated. All notions. And we carry them with great respect. I was listening to one Hasya Kavi Sammelan on the TV or YouTube. And there was one person who was singing or chanting his own poetry, which is full of wit and humor. At least 3, 4, 5 times within that short period, He has referred one statement again and again. All the poets here, they are engineers, doctors, businessmen, MBA, everything. I am just a 6th standard pass. I am not educated like them. Who asked you? Only riches do not give the ego. Even the poverty gives the ego. See, when people bring food for me in Bombay, I tell them, bring little quantity. But they think Swamiji is a buffalo, can eat any quantity. Then, now what I do, I said, you wait till I finish my food and leftover you take it. No, Swamiji, you can give to somebody. To whom? In Bombay, if you want to give the leftover food to your watchman, they refuse. At least in my area. And then there are no cows and buffaloes going. There are no dogs to whom you can feed. See? Therefore, when we are walking the spiritual path, samyak vijnana varina, don't get involved in the world. Get involved only with your maintenance of life, that's it. Many people have got this notion. Do good to others. Enough. Do good to yourself. Number one. Then the second thing is, the ego is not only for the rich people but even for the poor. Then the second thing is about the world. Which world is miserable? Is the ocean miserable? Are the trees miserable? Is the earth miserable? In the world there is no misery. The misery is not in God's creation. Misery is in our creation. God created a woman. There is no problem, there is nothing to do with the woman. She is God's creation, no problem. But out of that woman, we created a mother, we created a wife, we created a daughter, we create a friend. And who are the cause of misery? Not the woman, see, but the wife. Wife is your creation, it's not God's creation. One day, one husband was taking food and he commented, "Oh God, what kind of food you prepare? Looks like, cow dung." The wife is cool. She said, "I don't know what your mother has fed you during childhood. Because unless you have eaten cow dung, how will you taste it like that?" See, friends, woman is not a problem, wife is a problem. Woman is not a problem, mother is a problem. So remain in God's creation, you will be happy. Then the third thing, God. Remember one basic principle. God can be realized only by being God. One of our book, knowing is being. You cannot keep him away from yourself. But this has gone so deep in our head that we push, dur raho, don't come near. And as if they will come, therefore we make them out of stones. Ab kahan jaoge, raho wahan. Know the truth to be yourself. You are answerable to you, not to the world. Then what to do? Start playing God. What is God? Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. Like the space supports everything but doesn't get involved or influenced by anything. It's not that the cool I like and the heat I don't like. No, space supports everything. So how to discover God in ourselves? Be equanimous to everybody. Everything, every experience. God is freedom. No dependence on objects, beings. Remain in that mode, you are practicing spiritual life. Otherwise, go from pillar to post and then do this puja, that puja, and all that things will keep on happening, and your notion that you are a miserable being is concretized. You are divine, you are not miserable. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. This is too much. Because we are taught, papoham, papa karmaham, left hand, right hand, you have to do this way, you have to do this way. Whole life goes only in that. So, wrong notion about ourselves, about the world, about God, and about the spiritual practice. The real spiritual practice is, देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. I should not say, but our neighbor's daughter-in-law is far better than our daughter-in-law. When you know, you should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? Too much involvement in this world. All the time, money, money, money. This investment doesn't. When people come and talk about money, money all the time, one gets so disgusted. There are many more things. Yes, money is required, but money is not everything. See? Therefore, Manmanomi navan nityam kridati anandavaridho susnatastena putatma samyak vijnana varina. By this proper understanding, if it grows properly in you, you will remain effortlessly happy. That happiness which requires efforts is fake. That happiness which comes without efforts is natural. And therefore, those who think, they cannot laugh. Those who laugh, they don't think. Try to think and laugh. Now, let us start laughing. Okay? Laughing club. I'll clap 3 times, then you said, ha, ha, ha. These are the cartoons of laughing. Laughable cartoons. Therefore, this is the meaning of taking bath. Then we have to do Agamarshanam. Agamarshanam is a process according to the Dharma Shastra, wherein you have to wash your sins. Agha means sins. Agha means na hanyate bhogam vina iti agam. That which you cannot bypass is the sin. See? For example, I get, these days they are giving it, I get Bharat Ratna. Then I will say to Vrishali, Vrishali, I am very busy, please you go and take it for me. She will go there and take it. On behalf of Swamiji, I have come. Then they come to know that I am a criminal. This is just an example. Oh! Then I say, again I am busy. Vrishali, go and hang yourself. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. You have to live your life, you have to die your death. You have to practice your own spiritual life. See? What is spiritual life? Agamarshanam. Agha is papa. What is the papa? Be attentive. There are so many definitions of papa. The best definition that I like is from one text which comes from Mahabharata. It is Sanat Sujatiya. We have spoken on that sometime. Sanat Sujatiya. There the definition of sin is given. Anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kim tena na krutam papam chorena atma apaharina. We are essentially divine, but we have mistaken ourselves to be the body, etc. Can there be a worse sin than this? See? Therefore, whenever you think you are miserable, you are unfortunate, you are papoham papakarnavam. That is the highest sin you are performing. And nobody will help you. You will go to hell. You are divine. Insist. Don't condemn yourself. As we should respect everybody, we should respect oneself. But when we start claiming, Papoham Papa, I am sinful, I am good for nothing, I am most unfortunate, I am why you are really. But if I am papi, what will happen? Go to hell. See, friend, recognize your own divinity. So how to remove the sins or the papa? Atha agamarshadam kuryat. Let us wash away our sins. How? Pranapana virodhataha. Now this is another very important thing. When you stop breathing in kumbhak, take breath inside and hold. Now first understand what is happening. Then the impact will come. Holding the breath inside is kriya, is action. And it will be operating as long as you are controlling by your mind. So, kriya shakti and jnana shakti, mind and breathing. Mind is jnana shakti and breathing is kriya shakti. When they come together, there cannot be any thought process. You cannot think. Therefore, when you are extremely disturbed for whatever reason, sit quiet wherever you are and do one or two types of pranayam. It helps. See? So, Anulom Vilom, they give different name but meaning is the same. So do that pranayam for 2-3 minutes. That attack of disturbance in the mind is slowly cool down. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Prana bandhanat liyate manaha. So as long as the curfew of pranayam is going on, the mind will remain quiet. The moment the curfew of pranayama is lifted, then the mind will become again violent and come out with vengeance. Therefore, when the mind is quietened, quietening the mind is not the goal. Then the quiet mind has to be engaged in pranabandhana liyate manaha ekachintanat nashametyadaha. Focus the mind on that which is one without a second. And what is only one? There are two types of one. One type of one is the one which can be divided by 2 or multiplied by 2. There is another type of one which can neither be divided nor be multiplied. That one is infinite. So, ekachintanat, hold on to anything which is infinite. Now, in our knowledge, what is infinite? Either the names or the forms. These are the two finites where we get lost. Therefore, we told you this mantra, Dekho, names and forms many. Suno, sounds are many. Bolo mat, don't react. Net result, mind dissolves. Ekachintanat nashametyadaha. The mind dies. how to kill the mind. What is the meaning of killing the mind? Killing the mind means there are two aspects of our mind. One is the perception, second is the projection. We have to suspend consciously the habit of projection after perception. See? And therefore, every experience of our life is a spiritual examination. We'll see so many things in this world. We'll hear so many things in this world. But we are not required to react to everything in this world. No need. देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. See, hear, don't talk. Because how we start getting involved in this world? We start getting involved in this world by speech. No comments, no evaluation, no judgment. देखो, सुनो, मत बोलो. Net result, our old habit, whatever we see, we have to comment. How beautiful it is. Comment. But that is very dirty. Comment. See? The moment we learn this mantra by heart, then you will see that we have slowly, agamarshanam, we have washed the sin. The sin is this: mistaking ourselves to be body, mistaking ourselves to be jiva, and then thinking about going to hell and heaven. See? And this has gone so deep in our system. Heavens are those places where apsaras are plentifully available free. But for that you have to do yoga and all that. See, one story I told you, if you remember. One person did yoga, a victim of Ramdev Baba. Yoga, pranayam, and he died. Lived for 125 years because he did yoga and all that. But ultimately he had to die. He died. Because he was a yogi, he went to heaven. And when he went to heaven, there he saw so many beautiful apsaras freely available. He started hitting his head against the wall. Oh God, why did I delay? I should have come here early. Heaven is not a place. Heaven is not a abode. See, Swarga, Swa, your own self, Ga, Gati. When you come back to yourself, you are in heaven. And what is coming back to ourselves? Kathopanishad. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatratam na jaraya viveti, ube tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatiko modate swargaloke. Heaven is that experience where the fear born out of old age and death does not exist. The fear born out of hunger and thirst does not exist. The fear born out of delusion and grief does not exist. This fearless experience of being is heaven. And these fear desires come only in the duality. There were a group of students who went for hiking. And one of the students, he was lost. It became evening. Now how to trace him? Could not do anything. No signals. So he thought the only thing I can do is put my backpack, tent and sleep. And he was tired. He fixed this tent, and the moment he landed, he slept. And getting the human smell, the tiger came. and he moved around the tent. And he was snoring away. The tiger was frightened and ran away. Because for the tiger, there is somebody else. For this man, there was nobody. He was not afraid. So the tiger was in the hell and the man was in the heaven. Swarge loke bhayam na kinchanasti. Similarly, ashana pipasa. What kind of food we get there? You get only boiled potatoes. But can we bring vegetable and sabji and achar with us? Yes, you can bring for me. See? All the time, khana, eating. It is necessary, no doubt. But that should not become the primary concern. See? Then the third fear is shoka and moha. I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, be happy. If you know, be prepared. See, living under the fear psychosis is hell. Now those people who are living in their house, particularly educated, literate, they are so much frightened. In their house they do not allow even servants to come. Keep away, don't come. But air is the same, people are the same, don't touch here, don't. In our, lift, people don't, I put like this. No, Swamiji, don't put like this. He had to press the signal with this thing. So I did like this thing. I said, hey, show me your hand. Swamiji, I will have to wash now with the soap. I said, no, you have to take a hot water bath or go in the washing machine. Tell me, are they living happily? Constantly fear. Yes, follow all the norms required, no doubt about it. But what is there to be afraid of? Because I am body, I am going to die. See? One person told me, Swamiji, my father, somebody had a COVID and he died. I said, oh, very bad. Anyway, we can do nothing now. He said, this is the problem. They did not give the body to us. They packed it and straight away put in the electric machine to burn it there. Then what I had to do, I said, your problem solved. Why? You don't have to do shraddha, anything, relax. Otherwise, bring the dead body at home and do this thing and give bath, and then you take bath, and then the Panditji, all jhanjat gone. See the positive side and be happy. Therefore, athagamarsharam kuryat pranapana nirodhataha. Keep your mind cool. Mana purne samadhaya. Let your mind merge in the infinite. Merging the mind infinite means sense of otherness is not taken seriously. Whatever is to be done in the society, we do that. Don't take it seriously. When we take it seriously, two things happen. Somebody is my friend, somebody is my enemy. Therefore, mana purne samadhaya magna kumbho yatharnave. Now this is another very deep thought, be attentive. Is it going beyond time? Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.